And I remember a lot of what they were saying is, 90% of the church sits in the pews, 10% are making the show happen and making the things happen. And it was very, very true. And I think a lot of it was, and maybe you didn't feel this way, but I always felt like it was almost like the people that were part of the 10% looked down on the people of the 90 because it's like, well, they're just lazy and they just reap the benefits. And so a lot of the times whenever I'm seeing this sort of thing, and again, the whole your reward will be in heaven, and even the whole teachings of, what does that insinuate? There was also teachings that like, yeah, you do more, you get your mansion filled up with all sorts of stuff, right? But even the whole your reward will be in heaven, what does that insinuate? It means like, hey, what you did just added you stuff, right? So if you're just sitting in the pew just listening, that's not adding you anything. That's not getting you anything when you get up there. How I equated that, especially when you're talking about a lot of work going into it and the work getting you things, it still feels like, okay, you just going to church and getting spiritually fed is not enough for you to be in the favor of the eyes of God. Logically, it's not all about what goes on in the four walls of the church. Yes, there's that, but a lot of what it is we've talked about, it talks about salt and light, right? You don't want to beat people over the head with the Bible, but at the same time, you still want to be a good person to where people identify that, hey, something is different about you. Thank you so much for watching this short clip of the Doughnut Box Podcast. If you like what you've seen, please come to our page, view the full episode, and see other episodes as well as subscribe.